Hi, I'm John Waterhouse, and this is Weekday Wisdom. And my question for you today is, do you know yourself? Do you have any desires or dreams that you have not yet experienced in this lifetime? If so, then there's probably more for you to know about yourself. I believe the science of mind is a world-class teaching that can help us get to know these very things, to get to know ourselves much better. For example, a basic premise of science of mind is that your thoughts create your experience and you can control your thoughts. And of course, the operative word there is can. You can control your thoughts. But do we control our thoughts? One of the best ways I know to learn about myself is by messing up. Now, I don't go around trying to mess up, but when I do mess up, I want to focus on that and see what I can learn from it. My first spiritual teacher told me that if I was going to mess up in something that I was doing, I should do it as big as I could so that I would learn the most about myself. So, do you have messes in your life, or have you had messes in your life? You probably wish you didn't, but maybe that's worth rethinking. Our thoughts are amazingly powerful. Our lives are built on our thoughts. We have passing thoughts, deep thoughts, funny thoughts, and occasionally we have an original thought. We have an entire foundational thought system, maybe several of them, and they're called paradigms. A paradigm is not one idea or one belief, it's a series of interlocking beliefs. Here's an example. You come to a place like Center for Spiritual Living Asheville, where we say that our purpose is to become ever more aware of our oneness as spirit. That means that we accept ourselves as a divine creative force of the universe, otherwise known as God. But when this teaching is new to someone, they don't know these things, and they know that in their life they've done things that they wouldn't describe as being godlike. So they're conflicted. If someone has this idea of sins and this idea that God doesn't sin, then they're obviously not able to reconcile the idea of being God. These are interconnected beliefs about God and sin. It's hard to change one without changing the other. So my advice to anyone in this circumstance, of course, is to throw out the entire paradigm and start over. If you want to know yourself better, I've got 3 questions that I invite you to ask yourself. Your answers might reveal a greater sense of who you are. The first question is, what is your purpose for being in a human body on planet Earth? Or more simply, what did you come here to accomplish? When you have that answer, it can be the guiding light for your life to have a statement, a one sentence, simple statement for what you're here. The second one is, what are your primary core values, the core qualities of your life that are most important to you? If you can name, I don't know, 5, 6, 7, 8, something like that, of the most important values that you live by, and they're not ones that are hard to come up with. It's not like you're striving for them. It's like they're already present completely in your life. If you can identify those, then you use your purpose and your core values to set the guide for your life. And it takes a lot of the guesswork out. And the third question is, what are your greatest competencies? And what are your biggest shortcomings? Everybody has both. If you know the answers to these 3 questions, you can use this information to effectively create a life that really works. By committing yourself to being in alignment with your purpose and your core values, you have a roadmap to success. And by applying your gifts and talents to whatever tasks are before you, you're also likely to come out on top. And I'm not suggesting you should work on your shortcomings and try to be better at those things. Just be aware of them and avoid acting on them whenever you can. They're things that just don't come natural to you. And if you have gifts and talents, which you certainly do, focusing on using them will get you further much quicker. And if you mess up, you will have created an opportunity to learn things about yourself that you can remember, so you can avoid having to go through learning them again. For more than 35 years, Dr. Barbara and I have been committed to our own spiritual growth. And for the past 25 years, we've been equally committed to the spiritual growth and well-being of all who call Center for Spiritual Living Asheville their spiritual home. And that includes you. So let's keep going and see what else we can learn about ourselves as we go along this path of awakening and knowing ourselves better. And with that, I encourage you to have a fantastic day.